Welcome to the Movie Pick, where my dad and his co-host do a deep dive on their favorite movies and all the things they love about them. Hope you enjoy this week's Movie Pick, recorded in Jet Studios, and give us a rating, but only if it's a good one.
I'm more afraid of being nothing than I am of being hurt. Because today we're going to talk about the Days of Thunder podcast. Got my friend Beaver here with me.
What's happening?
Beaver, I'm excited. This is the second podcast you've been on.
Yep.
And you've got to cover two A-listers.
I would say you're right. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you've got two superstars. I mean, we did Groundhog Day together. So that was Bill Murray.
Yep.
And then now we're doing a Tom Cruise movie together. The first Tom Cruise movie that I've done. And
All right.
I'm sure that if someone was to look at the Tom Cruise filmography and they were thinking about what movies would we do first, Days of Thunder was the one that, that anyone would pick. But I'm actually super excited that it is the first one because I'll probably end up doing like 15 of his movies in total.
Yeah.
Before it's all said and done. But I'm glad that this one's the first one just because it's kind of unique and a fun one to talk about.
Absolutely. And it's one of those, because we're in the South, that, you have the NASCAR culture that we grew up in.
Yeah.
Whether you watch it or not,
Yeah.
you know the NASCAR culture. And so it really has a great depiction and insight into that culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's not one that you're putting up for Oscars, but it's just a fun movie. Now, one thing right off the top on this one, you when we were texting about what movie to do next, you were surprised what I said, Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
And it was because my memory was a little bit foggy on some of the language and just different scenes that were in the movie that I had just completely forgotten about.
100% surprise. Yes.
But the good thing is, to give an endorsement to VidAngel once again, you can VidAngel this one. So like the last time I watched it was a couple of years ago and I watched it on VidAngel. So I had honestly forgotten some of the words that were in it and some of the different scenes that were in it where I was like, that's probably not something I would watch with my kids.
Right.
So
I imagine that the VidAngel version is probably 5 or 7 minutes shorter than
it is. There's a couple of scenes completely cut out.
Yeah.
And you can, but the cool thing about it is you can take what would, well, honestly would be like, this is, if there was like a PG-17 or PG-18,
Yeah,
this is probably in that lane. It's probably close.
I would think so.
And you can take what's, a good PG-13 movie. And I was able to dumb it down, not dumb it down in a bad way, but I was able to kind of water it down a little bit to make it like a PG movie. Did not miss any of the plot, did not miss any of the good scenes, and missed none of the fun.
Right.
And so like that's what I love about using VidAngel for movies like this. But the year's 1990. Do you remember the World Series winner for that year? We have not done a 1990 movie yet. Well, actually, we have, but this movie's anyway. That's confusing.
So was it the team that Chris Sabo and Barry Larkin played
It was
for?
Reds. The Rebs swept the A's.
I remember that game.
Yeah.
I remember watching it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 11 years old.
It was the year right before I got into baseball. So 91 was when I got into baseball. That was the worst of first. Our beloved Atlanta Braves, Twins and Braves, both worst to first World Series. But this one was the year right before I got into it.
Are you impressed that I knew it was the Reds?
No, I had no doubt. I had no, because that was right in your wheelhouse. I mean, I knew what your age. So like right in that period, you probably could have named all of them right in a row. But so the box office, the budget for this was $60 million.
Yeah.
Which was a chunk of change.
Yes.
Like if you're thinking 35 years ago.
So I remember watching, I don't know if it was Carson or Letterman, and they had Tom Cruise on, and they were talking about they were doing this movie.
Yeah.
And I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
I remember being real excited about it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Because it did well. It made 157 million worldwide.
Wow.
So it almost tripled its budget. It kind of did 2.5 times its budget. So one reason I was laughing about doing Days of Thunder first. So this movie only has. Did you happen to look at the IMDb rating on this?
I didn't, but I would imagine that it's around 5 or less.
6.1.
Okay.
So
it's better than I thought.
And 6 is kind of that, equator line where I'm like, if it's 5.9 or less, I really have to like the actor or really be interested in the plot.
Right.
To watch it.
I will say this though. I think that the target audience for this movie probably has never been on IMDb.
It's a 9 out of 10 in their eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only thing they're upset about is give me more Rowdy Burns.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But so this is, so I went back and looked through like all of Tom's, not like I know him, all of Tom Cruise's starring roles, not cameo roles, but like all of his starring roles. So I went back and looked. This was one of his absolute lowest rated starring roles,
Really?
which is he's had some that I didn't really care for. So that was actually kind of a shocker.
Yeah.
Because this is one of the ones I love the most. Like I love this movie.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun. I think some of the only ones. Cocktail was rated lower than it.
Really?
I know. The Mummy that came out like 7 or 8 years ago, that one should have been rated lower than this.
Yes.
But there's a few, like Interview with the Vampire was rated higher. I would rate it lower. Like,
Yeah.
I can't get into that one.
I could give you a laundry list of that what I would think would be lower than
exactly. That's where I'm going with that. Like there's a lot of movies that I would watch this. If you said watch a Tom Cruise movie, I would watch this more than I would a lot of others that he's done.
I mean, I would put Jack Reacher under it.
Ooh, I think it was right around the same. Now, especially the second one, but I love the first Jack Reacher.
Yeah. Well, you're talking to somebody who read those books long before the movie.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a big dude, and like I know Tom Cruise is. I don't know how tall exactly he is.
Well,
he's not like 6'3", I think like Jack Reacher's supposed to be.
I'll tell you what is hilarious, and I don't know if you noticed, but how much taller John C. Reilly is than Tom Cruise in the movie.
Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise doesn't even come to his shoulders.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And I didn't look it up to see how tall John C. Reilly was, but I was like, I know Tom Cruise is like 5'6".
Sure.
Yeah, so.
Sure. What's funny is, Landon and I did the Santa Claus.
Mhm.
And one thing we talked on there was about how in Lord of the Rings and in movies like Elf, I'm sorry, not Santa Claus, Elf. So in Elf and Lord of the Rings, they did like trick camera work.
Yes.
Where they would position actors further away from each other to make Gandalf look like he was the same, like everything, that he was bigger than the hobbits.
Right.
Or like Buddy was so much bigger than the elves in Elf. Yeah. I feel like Tom does that a little bit. Like, let's position Tom right here, or let's put him up. I know they did that with Stallone sometimes.
Yes.
They would put him up on like a platform next to the lady lead. But so this movie was 1 hour and 47 minutes long. And I will say, as much as I love this, and my friend Barry, he will love this, because he messed with me about, there was one movie where I mentioned they could trim some fat. I think this movie could have trimmed some fat. There was one extra scene with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman where I felt like the dialogue just kind of drags on. Like the one last scene where they're talking before his race. I'm like, let's get this over with. What about you? Any parts where you're like, this kind of drug on, or you think the runtime was perfect?
So I don't have a problem with the runtime. I agree with you. There were some scenes that probably didn't add anything to the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to say something you're going to be surprised by.
You wanted more.
I didn't like how much time they jumped.
Yeah, they jumped to the next season really quickly.
Yes, they jumped through. Well, he wins one race, and then the next scene, it's 6 races later.
Right. No, I'm with you.
And if this is a race movie, let's see some more racing.
I felt like, yes. So maybe not change the runtime, but change the time. Change the scenes that are in that time.
Absolutely.
I agree. So I would have cut down the Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise. Not that I thought their chemistry was great, and we'll get to that later. But I thought their chemistry was great. Obviously, they fell in love on this set.
Yeah, they did.
And then I thought that Robert Duvall and Tom Cruise were great together.
Mm-hmm.
But there was the last scene where they're talking at his garage that I felt like really drags on.
Right.
You know, where I was like, okay, we could have cut this down a little bit. And
Yeah.
like you, we could have replaced it with some more racing. You know,
Yes.
let me see, because I think he won like 5 out of 6 or
Right.
5 or
You didn't see
let me
that.
see some of that in that
Yes.
Superflow car. And
Absolutely.
then also, like, from one season to the next, it really felt like there was a time jump. And then also towards the end, when Randy Quaid's character Tim hooks them up with the engine,
Right.
I had to go back and watch it. Like, why is he helping them? I mean, we'll
Right.
get to that, but
Mhm.
like, so yes, I agree. Maybe keep the run time,
Yeah.
but change the time in the run,
Absolutely.
or the run into time, or I don't know.
I got what you mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. So the top 5 for 1990.
All right.
So this would have been right in your wheelhouse. You said you were 11 years
I
old.
was 11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you'll know all these whether you watch them or not.
My aunt had a video store, so I probably watched them all.
So the first one was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
Love that movie. Now that was way in my wheelhouse. You might have been out of them by the time you were 11.
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. Because I was 7.
Yeah.
Oh man, that movie at some point's getting covered.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna dive into the turtles.
I had all the action figures.
Nice.
I had all that stuff at 11. I had all, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to call out my nephew here because I gave him all of my Ninja Turtle action figures, and they are nowhere to be found now. So
Shame on
it
you.
is a shame.
For shame,
I
sir.
know. Yeah. I mean, we're talking the sewer and everything.
Oh, yeah. Stuff is worth a lot of money,
Yeah.
too.
I don't care about that. I just wanted them back.
I know,
Yeah.
but they,
Yeah.
they're
Or wanted to know he had them. You know,
Yeah.
something. I just want to know where they're at. Find them, Jackson. Find them.
Come on, Jackson, do better.
Step it up. Number 4 was Pretty Woman.
Yep.
So again, I mean, these are all to make it to the top 5. You're a classic, right?
Yeah.
Number 3, Dances with Wolves.
Yep. One of
I
my
knew that would
all-time favorites.
I knew that put a twinkle in the eye on that one.
Yeah.
Number 2 was one of only 2 Whoopi Goldberg roles that I ever liked.
Okay.
So number 2 was Ghost. Yeah, you knew where I was going with it.
Yep.
I liked her in Ghost, and I liked her in Sister Act. I liked those 2. And then number 1, Home Alone.
Home Alone.
I mean, I saw a little tournament thing the other day that was showing like the bracket of Christmas movies, and it won. Like it beat out everything else as far as voters go. So this movie was number 12. So it did really well. To be one of Tom's lowest, that's how much star power he carries.
Yeah.
So to be one of his lowest rated movies, this was still number 12 overall for the year, which is that's a great spot to be in.
Yeah.
So, what are some of I know you mentioned like the Tonight Show thing that you saw him on. What are some of your first memories of this movie?
So, when I was 11, we watched NASCAR. I watched NASCAR just like I watched, you know, baseball or football or whatever sports. And I remember that Kyle Petty started running the Meliella car. Yeah, so it was a big deal, and it was because of the movie.
Yes, it was a year after. Yeah.
And so it was, but, and I don't know if you know this, but so, and I don't want to say it because I'll be fact checked, and then I'm sure, but I know that he was talking about it while before it happened, like when the movie was just coming out, like they had already made plans. He was changing sponsors the day before.
Yeah,
and I remember them asking him, so you're going to do the Meliella car. What's going to be different about the car? And he's like, nothing. It's going to, I think the number might have been different, but as far as the graphics and how.
Was he what was his dad? His dad was
43.
So he was 42, I think.
That's right. Yeah. And, so that car is still iconic to this day with NASCAR collectors, and I still have a bunch of my old die-cast cars, and I have that Meliella car, so I remember that. And I also, like, when I was 11, and I know we'll get into Robert Duvall and stuff, but Robert Duvall, from The Godfather and all those different movies that he was in.
Apocalypse Now. Yeah.
All those big time movies.
Yeah.
The biggest movie that he had ever been in to me was Lonesome Dove.
Sure. And it was right around the same time too.
Right around the same time.
Yeah.
And so, so we, I was excited that he was in that movie.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I just remember, And and the one thing I remember about the movie is the whole time I'm watching the movie, I'm looking at because it was real NASCAR events that
Yeah.
they were doing. So I'm looking for the number 3 car, and you see it
The
every once in a
Intimidator.
while. Yeah,
Looking for the
yeah,
Intimidator.
you're looking for Earnhardt's car,
Yeah.
and you see it every once in a while in the pack. you
Yeah.
know, And so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So kind of the same now for me. This was my first Tom Cruise movie I ever saw. Like I've really been thinking about that.
Really?
And yeah, because you got to remember my age. I was 7 when this came out. So it means it would have been in the theaters in 90, which means it would have been out to rent in 91. So I'd have been 8 when it came out to actually watch at home and stuff. And if you think about his movies right before that, I mean, I wasn't watching Cocktail when I was 8 years old. I wasn't watching, and I saw this before Top Gun. Like I know I saw this before Top Gun. So if you think about his list of movies before this, they weren't really made for kids.
Yeah,
Just the plots.
I'm gonna make myself feel old, but I saw All the Right Moves and The Outsiders before.
Yeah.
And Risky Business.
Yeah.
Which no kid should have been watching that.
That one, I don't even think that one can be VidAngel. You would just have opening credits and closing credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had seen and Cocktail, and I'd seen all those before.
Right. Well, you were watching as they were happening. I was catching back up. Like some of the ones, like Color of Money, I didn't see till I was in my 20s.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, but this was my first Tom Cruise movie, and so it probably why it holds a special place in the heart for me. And I would just watch it over and over and over again. Like I've probably seen this movie close to 40, 50 times in my lifetime. Like I've just seen it because of when I was a kid, I saw it so many times then.
Gotcha.
And loved it. And I was never a NASCAR guy. Like still have not been a NASCAR guy. Like I've been to one NASCAR race in Atlanta and it is one of those things kind of like hockey. When you're there, it's amazing.
It is, and it's its own subculture.
It is. Yeah.
And it is. So I can't speak for everybody, but for me, like I'm just, there's something about redneck science. And I'm not trying to be funny, but it's funny. It's like, that's why I watch the Moonshiners on TV. I don't drink, I don't care nothing about alcohol, but it's redneck science.
Sure.
And speaking of Moonshiners, that is the origin of NASCAR.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know this.
Okay, so let me tell you this. So,
yeah. So just so this is said off the top. Like I said, I am not a NASCAR guy. So any NASCAR related info is coming from you.
Okay.
I'm just here for the movie.
So where is the headquarters of NASCAR?
Is it Charlotte?
It's Charlotte.
I feel good that I didn't even know that. Yeah.
Okay, so and of course we know that the Appalachian Mountains are all around Charlotte.
Yeah.
So what would happen is the Moonshiners realized I need a modified car. So they would cut out the trunks, they would weld in deeper trunks, they would put in their their booze or whatever, and then they would soup up their engines and
Dukes of Hazzard.
It was really that's kind of where that come from. But what ended up happening is on the weekends or whatever, they decided my car's faster than your car.
Yeah.
So they started racing.
Nice.
So they started doing dirt track racing, and it grew through that. But what's interesting is the scene at the not at the very beginning, but close to the beginning, where Robert Duvall is talking to the car. He says,
I love that scene. I just want to be expert enough on anything. I'm glad you mentioned that scene.
Yeah.
I just want to be good enough at anything to where I talk to it the way he's talking to those cars.
Well, so what's interesting is he was talking about all the modifications he's going to do. He said, I'm going to give you an extra oil pan to hold the oil, to keep the engine cool.
Like a silver bullet. Yeah.
To boost the horsepower. I'm going to give you a gas line that holds extra gasoline. And that all that is directly taken from the Moonshiners. They all did that. They had all these different modifications to make their car just a little better than everybody else's.
Yeah.
And that's where NASCAR. So like the president, who is it? I'm going to say his name wrong. Who the Senator Fred Thompson?
Oh, Fred Dalton Thompson.
Yeah, Fred Thompson.
Yeah. Big John, I think, in this movie. Yeah.
He plays the character of Bill Francis.
Yeah.
So Bill Francis and Bill Francis Jr. and all these guys, they are the president of NASCAR, the head of the guys in NASCAR. their family is the original Moonshiners.
Oh, wow.
That started that one of them.
Yeah.
There was a few of them, but that was one of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's the
That's cool.
origins of NASCAR. And yeah, there's a lot of great stories, but like there's legacy families. The Francis family is a legacy family.
Mhm.
Goes back to the Moonshiner days. The Petty family
Yeah.
is one of them.
Yeah.
The Earnhardt family is
Okay.
one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. The Elliott family is one of them. So there's a bunch of them.
So Kyle Petty was my favorite racer as a kid because of this movie.
Yeah.
I had an autographed. I can't remember where we got it, but I had an autographed picture where I got it signed by him, like directly. I'd have to ask my dad where we were at when we got that. But I tried to find it for this pod so I could show it to you. But it's got the mellow yellow car. He's in the suit.
Nice.
You know, yeah, it's awesome.
Nice.
But so going on to the pit crew
Okay.
of this movie, we've got Tony Scott. All right.
Okay.
Do you know much about? He's the director.
Director. Yes.
Yeah. So listen to this. I mean, this is not even listing all of his movies. Okay.
Okay.
Top Gun.
So I knew that one.
Of
and
course.
I didn't really look him up because I knew who he was, but I knew you were going to do it. So
Yeah. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. So Top Gun, this Crimson Tide.
Yep.
What a movie.
Great movie.
Great movie. Has one of the best back and forth scenes with Denzel and
Gene
Hackman that's ever been in any movie.
Yes.
Last Boy Scout.
Great movie.
Yeah. A lot of these got a vid angel or watch on TBS. Yeah.
You can vid angel
Yeah.
Last Boy Scout.
Enemy of the State.
Which is such an outdated movie now.
It is, but then it was
Oh yeah.
it was mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite Will Smith movies.
No, it was great. I wish they would do a new version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. And then like towards the end of his career, he passed away in 2012. So he passed away like 13 years ago. But right at the end of his career, he found his muse. He found his guy, Denzel Washington, because he did Man on Fire, Deja Vu, Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, and Unstoppable. He did all four of those with Denzel. So he knows how to do like these action movies and these like high adrenaline movies. Like he knows how to do these. I don't know. And you may have heard of the lead in this movie. His name's Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Played Cole Trickle.
Yes.
And so I just went from his 86 to 96.
Okay.
Top Gun. Color of Money. Cocktail. Rain Man. Born on the 4th of July. Days of Thunder. Far and Away. A Few Good Men. The Firm. Interview with the Vampire. Mission Impossible, and Jerry Maguire.
My goodness.
I mean, you're talking about being on like a winning streak.
Yeah.
Again, whether you like the movie or not, you can appreciate a quality made movie. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. That is 3 careers right there.
I think
in 10
so.
years.
Right off the top, personal opinion, I think he's the Michael Jordan. I think when you look at total career and you look at what he's done for cinema and what he's done for movies, like especially like look at the past 25 years, he's been the action star of the 2000s.
He's hard to argue with that. It's hard to argue with that.
I'm not saying I like all these. Like I don't like Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
Not every one of these movies was made for me, but
Far and Away is one of my favorite movies.
I mean, how do you argue with A Few Good Men?
Yeah.
Like any of these, like if somebody said this is my favorite, but then they might have 6 others, that they love. Now he's had his movies that weren't as good.
Yeah.
But I mean, that list alone, is just fantastic.
Yeah. That's right.
Robert Duvall as Harry.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was my intro to everybody. I shouldn't even say that. Everybody in this movie was obviously my introduction to them.
Yeah.
So I'm not good enough at Duvall, and we'll talk a lot about him, especially at the end.
Okay.
But then we've got Nicole Kidman as Claire. Was it Lewicki?
Lewicki.
Yeah, Claire Lewicki. Cole's first encounter with her was really funny because he thought they had set him up.
Yeah.
It took Tia a minute to even realize this was her.
Really?
Yes, because we were watching it the other night for the first. She had never seen it, and so we're watching it. And Tia's my wife. Sorry. So we were watching it, and she's like, I'm just letting the scene happen. I'm like, does she even realize that this is Nicole Kidman? Because it's kind of dark.
Yeah.
During her first.
And she's very young.
Very young. So did some looking into that. She was 22 years old. So she had to start like medical school.
She was Doogie Howser. Right?
Yeah, she was Doogie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like she was probably in competitions with Doogie every year.
And if you don't know who Doogie Howser is, then you're not old enough to listen to this podcast.
No, yes, you are. Anybody can enjoy this one for the young and the old. And then we've got Randy Quaid as the owner.
Yeah.
What an acting job by him in this movie.
Oh man, he you forget that it's him. That's the number one attribute of a good actor. And what is interesting is you know, I was watching last night, I was watching it just to kind of remind myself.
Yeah.
And the scene where he talks about losing his dealership and losing
Yeah.
everything is
Yeah.
like, it was like, man, you sold that well.
Yeah.
Yeah. that was
Well,
good.
and it hits harder as an adult, right? Like when
Yeah.
they say stuff like that. Like when I was a kid, I didn't notice that. I'm like, get back in the car, let's race.
Yeah.
But when you're an adult and somebody talks about something like that, like hey, I've got to get a sponsor, we're out of luck. We're out of this thing.
Yeah.
And he did, because I think for all of us, when you mention the name Randy Quaid, we think of Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, we go straight to Cousin Eddie. But there's actually quite a few movies like this where the guy can act.
Yes.
I mean, he can act, and he's showing it in this. Like, he's kind of still playing a little bit of a version of himself,
Mm-hmm.
but the guy can act, and that's what I enjoyed about it. Michael Rooker as Rowdy Burns.
Yep.
And
Did a fantastic job.
oh, he was awesome. I think one of my favorite things was, when Cole drives his car. And
Yes. Yeah.
the look he's given.
So, do you know who his character is based on?
Huh,
It's Dale Earnhardt.
that would make sense. I mean, even the car, the
the
Exxon car
Intimidator.
looks like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, the character suffers a head injury.
Yeah.
Of course, we know what happened to Dale Earnhardt.
Sure,
But
sure.
and I'm sure we'll get to it, but I'll just kind of go ahead there now.
No, go.
I think we take for granted certain things, and we don't realize, like in real life, how dangerous that sport really is.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah. No.
And so that movie kind of even opens your eyes up to,
Sure.
to some of the consequences of, in the TV world, and I don't know why I know this, but a lot of times, reality TV or what they call crash TV gets
Sure.
good ratings, and people just
Sure.
want to see the crash, but they don't
Yeah.
realize the guy and the family that's connected.
Right.
To that
Right. Or like
crash.
hockey, I want to see the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and so one thing I like about the movie, it actually opens your eyes to that. And
Sure.
then, less than, 10 years after that movie comes out, the character it's based on actually has,
Yeah.
and he dies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and so that's when I quit watching.
Sure. I think for a lot of people,
Yeah,
I think a lot of people when Earnhardt died in the crash that because he was, I mean, there's no way to take a poll, I guess,
Right.
but I would say if you took a poll at that time, he was number one for probably half of the audience,
Well,
and then the other half was somebody else.
Well, and people defended Earnhardt like he was their family.
Sure.
Like, so I have to tell you this story because
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it speaks to the culture of NASCAR. So my uncle, Johnny, he used to go to Talladega every year.
Yeah.
And he told me this story one year. He said they went, and it was Elliott and Earnhardt, Bill Elliott, Dale Earnhardt. They were big rivals at the time, and so at Talladega, they allowed those manifolds to be open on the engine so they can run faster.
Mhm,
They call them restrictor plates.
Mhm.
In the Talladega, you could run 210 mile an hour around the
Yeah.
track. Think about that just
Yeah.
in itself.
Yeah.
So Bill Elliott had set the record, and Dale Earnhardt, they were big rivals. And Michael Johnny said when he went in the stadium, he said there was two drunk guys just yelling at each other,
Yeah.
holding their beers. One
Yeah.
was going Elliott, the other was going Earnhardt, Elliott, Earnhardt, and they were just shouting at each
Yeah.
other, and they were laughing. He took a picture of them because it was so funny.
Yeah.
So he went into the race, and the porta potties are outside. He come back out to use the bathroom. He said that the Bill Elliott fan had passed out, was laying there, no shirt on, and the Earnhardt guy was painting the number 3 on his chest.
That's
with spray
hilarious.
paint.
That's hilarious.
And that's
the culture.
the culture.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the culture.
And like people, they were offended if you didn't pull for their driver.
Sure.
and
Sure.
stuff.
That's college football in the South. Yeah.
it's that thing
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry to
Yeah. No,
sidetrack you,
you're
but
good. You're good. No, then we got Carrie Elwes. I had to learn how to say his name.
always carry L's.
Yeah. Yeah. So I looked it up. It's Carrie Elwes. And because I had to know as Russ Wheeler. And we'll talk a little more about him later. And then we got the guy, John C. Riley,
John C. Riley.
as Buck Bretherton. Yeah. And
That's
again,
gotta be the first thing I ever remember him in.
this was my intro to all of them. Like I saw this before I did Princess Bride with Carrie Elwes.
Yeah.
And so,
I saw Princess Bride before.
Yeah. So getting on to the movie itself.
Okay.
Don Simpson, Jerry Bruckheimer production.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Listen, this is the combo of those guys. They were the producers. So you always knew you were in for a treat when you saw the Bruckheimer thing on top of it.
Yeah.
But these guys, this is just the two of them together. This isn't counting Jerry Bruckheimer stuff by himself. Beverly Hills Cop, Flashdance, Top Gun, Days of Thunder, Bad Boys, Crimson Tide, Dangerous Minds, and The Rock.
That's a great list.
It is. That is. I mean, those guys knew how to pick movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. They knew how to pick movies to put money behind. So the opening scene of this reminds me so much of Top Gun. Like just the intro. And then I know we see some like real NASCAR drivers. And then Rowdy takes out Kyle Petty.
Yeah.
Not Kyle Petty, Richard Petty. Takes out Richard Petty.
Yes.
Like, come on, man. Yeah. I don't know how Richard Petty, like if you're Richard Petty, do you sign up for that? Do you say like,
oh, he got a good check,
yeah, but I'm too prideful. Like if I'm Richard, I'm saying, no, I'm not gonna let him take me out like that.
I will tell you, I have never met Richard Petty, but
Yeah.
I know quite a few people who have.
Yeah.
And he's the humblest, most grateful person you ever met. So the fact he was even mentioned, he was probably happy with.
Sure. No, it was just funny because I mean, and that lets you know they're trying to show you how good Rowdy is.
Yes.
By the fact that he takes out Richard Petty. So it's actually a compliment to Richard Petty.
Yes.
That they would pick him. But I just thought it was like, there's a lot of people, like I guarantee if that was Steven Seagal, you know, he had a thing, like I remember he had a thing like in the 90s where in his movies he wouldn't allow it to be hit. Like he wouldn't let his character be hit. Like he was just that good. He was that fast.
Yes.
So the cold trickle intro scene. You know, like when they're talking about him, and then they say like, "Where's the driver? Where's this kid?" or something like that. You always wonder with scenes like that because he pulls up on the motorcycle.
Mhm.
Did he just like if you're Cole, are you just sitting there waiting? I'm going to wait till they mention me, and right when they mention me, then I'm going to start driving out on this bike because it was like perfectly timed. Right when they mention him, he starts driving out. Where's this kid? And then he starts driving out, comes through the smoke, all the stuff, and I just want one intro like that in life.
So I think it speaks to something else.
Yeah.
That Cole Trickle is used to flying by the seat of his pants, and that's how you're introduced to him.
Yeah. I also love when they ask him if he knows, because he was an Indy driver.
Right.
And they ask him if he knows anything about NASCAR.
Right. ESPN has excellent coverage.
Yeah, he talked about, and I think that was probably a Tom Cruise legitimate line read.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about ESPN like it's this secret channel that no one knows about.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's like, you should try ESPN. Like he has to enunciate it for them.
Well, in all fairness, at that point, ESPN was what, 5 or 6 years old?
Yeah.
And
I thought it started in the 70s.
I think it didn't get big until like whenever the Joe Montana Super Bowl was.
Yeah.
So I think it was the year it got big.
Yeah.
So it was 84, 85. They had been going, but I don't think they got any real traction.
Sure. So maybe that's what it was. I guess when I hear it though, I'm like, Tom Cruise never watches ESPN. Like he's never once sat down on his couch and flipped it on College Game Day.
That's funny.
And then Rowdy's look, like I was mentioning during Cole's first run.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't a game recognizes game.
Right.
It was a game recognizes superior game.
Yes.
Like you could see the fear in his eyes, like, oh, well, now I'm the second best on this track.
Yeah. And we'll talk about favorite lines in the movie.
Yeah, we will.
And I will say, yank this rookie's chain is one of my favorites. I'm going to yank this rookie's chain.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Rowdy definitely did not like it.
No.
Definitely. Again, it's one of those.
But he had respect for him. It was clear.
Yeah, it was a game recognizes superior game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the scene where Cole is talking to Harry, like after they've fought, they've gotten into it. Tim, Randy Quaid's character, tells them like, guys, y'all got to get it together.
Yes.
And he tells Harry like, hey, I know how great you are. You know how great you are.
But if the driver in the seat doesn't trust you.
Yeah. So that was a great scene, by the way.
Yes.
But when Harry and Cole sit down together, and Cole tells him, I don't know anything about cars. If there's ever been a moment where I identified with a Tom Cruise character more than any other moment in my life.
Yeah.
Because that's how I would be. Like if you put me behind the wheel and I'm your driver, you could ask me now, is it turning loose? Is it, doing all this?
You couldn't speak the language.
I would have no idea.
Right.
I would have, and especially when it comes to cars. Like I always tell people, when you lift up the hood, I'm looking at a foreign language.
Yeah.
Like where's the engine?
As most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So the first race of the new season, we go into the new season. Like you talked about, we're skipping ahead too much. Like not us, the movie.
Yes.
The movie skipping ahead too much.
Right.
I always think it's funny when the announcer says that it's a treacherous turn 4. Like when he says that at the beginning of the race, that's how the race is going to be won by Cole.
Well, so again,
like the setup there is obvious.
Where's the track?
Well,
Daytona.
Was that Daytona?
It was.
No, that wasn't Daytona, because Daytona was the one he won later.
Daytona's where they wrecked.
Yes, but I'm talking about the first one that he won.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't Daytona.
I got you.
That was maybe Charlotte. I can't remember where it was at.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Not even been Rockingham.
It was one of the. But the announcer at the beginning says, in the dreaded or the treacherous turn 4, like
yeah,
that's how he's going to win is through turn 4.
Yes, with his perfect
with special tires. And we're going to get to that.
Okay,
we're going to get to that. So I've got some things listed here, and they are the similarities to Top Gun.
Okay,
and you can add as many as you want. Okay. The opening scene.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier. And I tried, after I realized I was saying that, I was like, nope, let's backtrack because I want to talk about this later. So the opening scene could almost be traded out.
Okay.
Like if you go and look at it, one's on a naval ship, one's in a NASCAR track.
Yep.
That's the only differences. Like I was literally waiting on like Kenny Loggins to start singing the whole time.
They missed a good opportunity for that.
This might have been on the way that Kenny was out. Like he was big on 80s soundtracks in the mid 80s.
Early 90s.
Was he still there?
Yeah.
Sure. So the haunting death from the past.
Mm-hmm.
In this one we have, I think it was Buddy Bretherton.
Mm-hmm.
That Harry was the crew chief for.
Yep.
In Top Gun, it was his dad.
Yes.
So you've also got Duvall could be traded out for Tom Skerritt.
Yep. The guy that whips him in shape.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Father figure.
Yeah. And then again, another Tom Cruise intro on a motorcycle.
Yep.
Yeah. And these are the ones, like I actually looked at an article and I started to read it, but I didn't read it. These are the ones I came up with on my own.
I got you.
So I didn't want to read with somebody else. Rowdy was kind of a combo of Ice and Goose.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because Rowdy gets hurt instead of killed.
Right.
And it's kind of in that situation of messing up Cole's head. Right. Like Maverick or Pete, his head in Top Gun, like he got when Goose died, when his best friend died in the movie, that messed with him. Like he couldn't fly after that. Mm-hmm. Same thing happened to Cole here.
Yep. A lot of similarities.
A lot of similarities. And he starts out a rival and becomes a friend the same way that Iceman did.
That's right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they kind of combined that character of Iceman into one, or Iceman and Goose into Rowdy. Russ Wheeler could have easily been traded out for Iceman with that haircut.
Yep.
Like both of them had the blonde, like flat top, cool looking hair.
Mm-hmm.
This one had a car race on the beach.
Yep.
In Top Gun, we get volleyball on the beach. So masculinity both times on the beach. The only thing that was different about this one was nobody was oiled up and they weren't flexing. Like that was the only thing that was different. But this was, you see what I'm saying?
No,
Same thing.
I agree.
Yeah. The love interest.
Mm-hmm.
So both of them were like professionals. They were very like strict professionals. Like when you're talking about.
And taller.
Yes. Well, that's everybody. I can't remember her character's name, in Top Gun is McGillis, the actress.
Yes,
But
Kelly
his
McGillis.
yeah, but his love interest in Top Gun starts out as like this person that was very strict, and then she like tells him, I can't let him know I'm falling for you, and then we hear the dun 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 dun, like all that. But same thing here.
Yeah.
Like she's trying to keep it professional. He, gives her the little smooch in the exam, and she just keeps going.
All right.
So you see what I'm
I
saying?
think I actually have another one. Do you have any more?
Yeah, no, I've got more.
Oh,
I've
keep
got
going.
more.
Keep going.
Getting chewed out by Fred Thompson.
Yeah.
Fred Dalton Thompson chews them out the same way that Goose
Mm-hmm.
and Maverick get chewed out.
Yeah.
And just two more. Tim is even wearing aviator Ray-Bans,
Yep.
which obviously Top Gun like made those best sellers.
Yes.
Like when Top Gun came out, more people joined the Navy and more people bought Ray-Bans.
Right.
Like it was all over. And then Tim had the change of heart at the end, just like Iceman does.
Yeah.
But what are some that you had? That was my list. I think it's a long list though of
It's
similarities.
a long list. While you were saying that, I was trying to think of a scene that would relate in the Top Gun where they were blowing off steam and singing "You Lost the Lovin' Feeling" and
Yeah.
being silly.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if it was the scene where they were pranking Cole,
Sure.
blowing off steam.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's so many similarities.
Yeah.
Through the two.
Yeah.
Now it's just, I didn't look to see if it was the same writers, but it was the same director and the same star.
So there were two writers, and I'm going to butcher the one guy's name, so I'm not going to say it.
Sure.
Because I feel like it was Tom Stentz or something like it, but
Yeah.
I'm going to say it wrong. But anyway, the other writer was Tom Cruise.
I saw that story by.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that.
And I don't know if you know this or not. Fun fact: when they began shooting the movie, they did not have an ending.
I did not know that.
They wrote it on the fly, and Tom
Interesting.
Cruise was the one that had the big input on how the race should.
Could
how the
explain some of the
movie should end.
choppiness.
Yes.
It really could.
Oh yeah.
Like we're talking about. I mean, again, love the movie, but it could explain some of the fill-in gaps that I felt like were needed.
Well, so I feel like that, we'll talk about some of our favorite scenes and stuff. I feel like that have you ever seen movie boards where they'll put movie boards up that, hey, this has got to be, this has got to be.
Right.
I feel like they probably had all these movie boards and said, this has got to be in here. So in order to get to those things, they had to, chop. I did not look for deleted scenes. I wonder if there's even any,
I think there were some.
Yeah. But I wonder if it changes the story.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it would help if there were some deleted scenes. I think it would help to see those and maybe, if there was a way to splice them in, like they've done that with movies.
They have, yeah.
Plenty of times where they,
Director's
do it.
cut.
Yeah. And they put extra things in there. Like, I love the 4-hour versions of Lord of the Rings. I could watch those all day long. But so going on to some theories here.
Okay.
Some trivia, some questions, any of that fun stuff. So just kind of a weird one. So you're a NASCAR driver. How difficult would it be to go back to drive? Like you're on the track and you're going, 180, 190 in a race, right?
Yeah.
And then you leave the track.
Yeah.
And you hit the subdivision that's like 35 miles an hour.
Yeah.
How? Like, how do you do that? Like sometimes when I'm on the interstate and I'm going 80 and you get off and you may hit like somewhere that's like a 50 or 55, it's so difficult to get back down. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine for these guys.
Okay.
Like that would just be crazy. I mean,
so I imagine it's quite difficult. Have you ever seen, I don't know if it was an actual commercial, but it was a prank that Jeff Gordon did on a Chevrolet dealership where he test drove a Corvette and the guy's riding with him and then he just hammers down on it.
Yeah.
And the guy is screaming, "Let me out of this car." And he doesn't know it's Jeff Gordon until the end of it.
I would still be screaming. Even if it was like the best of the best, I'd still be like, "Let me out of this car." Yeah.
It's cinema for sure. You should look that up after we're done.
That is hilarious.
So it's funny you brought this up because I had to look this up because I wanted to know, and I just want to put this out here for any law enforcement listening.
Well, still give up your tag number.
What is the fastest you've ever drove a vehicle?
Oh, probably close to 90. Like literally, like that's probably the fastest that I have.
Okay.
I'm not impressive.
So in the early 2000s, I had a Mitsubishi Spider Eclipse.
Yeah.
And I came off the hill at Ridgeland High School on 2A. When I hit the bottom at the red light early in the morning,
Yeah.
I was not quite at 150 miles an hour.
Wow.
It was 148,
Wow.
149. I was so scared
Yeah.
because the car was lifting. It was
Yeah.
so light
Yeah.
that when I hit the red light, I let out of the throttle. I coasted up the hill to McFarland Gap at the red light. When
Yeah.
I went through the red light, I was still doing 95 miles an hour coasting up the hill.
That's crazy.
And I was terrified.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to ask why you were going that fast. I mean, that's not.
I just wanted to know. I just got that car, and they were. So I was told.
You felt the need for speed.
Well, I was told that car didn't have a governor on it, and it was a turbo, and it was bad news. And I think whoever ended up with that car totaled that car. It was like too much car. But anyway, the thing that I looked up, because the car was so light.
Right.
Now, and it was drifting. So they have, and it's back to redneck science.
Sure.
They have, equally distribute the weight in those cars, especially if they're on a hard to turn. So here's my question. Do you know how many pounds of pressure they have to hold on the steering wheel at all times?
Oh, no. You talking about NASCAR drivers?
Yes.
Yeah, no clue.
35 pounds is the minimum.
Oh, wow. So that's why they're just like so exhausted afterwards.
For 500 miles.
Yeah.
And they're holding that pressure.
Right.
Imagine holding 35 pounds of dumbbells in your hands out in front of you.
Right.
And feeling all that tension in your arms, your shoulders, your hands, and strategizing and whatever else.
Sure.
And so, much respect. I've heard people make fun of those guys. Well, all you got to do is turn left. No, what you got to do is not turn right.
Right. That's funny. That's hilarious.
Anyway.
That's hilarious. No, that's good. That's good. I remember just the last thing on that. Like, I remember going to see Too Fast and Too Furious with our friend Jason. We went to the theaters to see it. And even just going to see that, like I remember walking out of the theaters and just wanting to drive as fast as I could. Like stuff like that will just get your adrenaline going and get your adrenaline up. And so I couldn't imagine like racing. And then, you see what I'm saying? Like, like I would think it feels like you're moving at a snail's pace.
Well, I can tell you after I got control of my car again, the first thought was never doing that again.
Yeah.
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 And so you think about it too, like a lot of those races, that is the least amount of speed they're doing.
Right. Yeah. Because when they're on the open track, they can just go as fast as they want.
Now they have better equipped cars and better equipped, but to go back to your question of what it's like driving normal cars, I've seen a lot of interviews where the guys refuse. They have drivers, they just don't.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because it messes with their hand-eye coordination and the speed of intake and things. And it seems to me like that would really slow your process down. If you go back to that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. So what do you think is most likely? We find out that this was actually Pete Mitchell and that Pete just, maybe left the Navy for a year or two, went to go join NASCAR. We find out that this is Cal from Talladega Nights. Magic Man, Mr. Shake and Bake himself. Like this was just an early sighting. Like Buck Bretherton actually, we're seeing him cut his teeth in the NASCAR world as Cal.
Okay.
Or we find out that Harry is actually the neglectful dad from Four Christmases. we figure out like, wow, that's like if we went to Four Christmases and started looking at that character's biography, did he work a few years in NASCAR? Did he maybe skip out on spending time with his? Oh, so good. And then the other one, do we find out that Cousin Eddie was actually not as dumb as we thought he was, and maybe that managerial position that he always said he was holding out for, he actually owned a couple of car dealerships.
Used car dealerships, which is more likely.
Yes, yeah. So which one of those? We're not really into the competitions yet, but I loved this question. So which one of those do you think?
I think you throw the Pete Mitchell out simply because Cole says his dad, he still had a dad.
Fair enough. Okay.
and
Yep.
Pete Mitchell didn't have a dad.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that kind of washes over that story.
Yep.
And then the cousin Eddie story, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I would probably have to go with the Buck Brotherton and Cal.
Yeah.
It's probably the one I would go.
Yeah,
with.
that's probably the one, but the one I'm going with
This
is
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall all the way. You can't spell families without lies. I mean, he was in that movie for maybe like 8 minutes,
Oh yeah, he's great.
and he dominates the 8 minutes that he's in. So I don't know if you knew this. They're actually planning a sequel for this.
So I heard actually Tom Cruise talking about this after
Yeah.
Maverick
Yeah.
is done.
Yeah, of
But-
course. He's like, I'll return to the well for all these guys. Yeah,
Which is interesting.
sure.
Which I don't know if you know this or not, but Tom Cruise drove that car.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on the
Over
movie that comes out
150 mile an hour.
that Tom Cruise directs, produces, writes, and stars in himself and plays his own love interest. Like, I'm
Does-
waiting on the movie that he does everything. But what?
So
but
is he cross-dressing?
that's what I'm saying. Like, who knows? Who knows what happens? But what does the sequel for this look like? Like, if you were writing the story,
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
no. So I actually, as soon as you said it, I think he's the new Harry, right?
He's got to be. Yeah. Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah, like, so they
or
kinda
the
take
car- or
maybe
car
the-
owner,
The
or-
Rocky with Creed approach. Like, you got the new
I
driver.
would think so.
But
Yeah.
do you? I don't know that Tom realizes that's where he's at.
I agree with that. But what if it's the,
And is he there? Because I mean, we just saw Maverick 4 years ago.
so what if it's the exact same thing as Maverick? He's come in to teach them and they get hurt and he has to be the driver.
He's going to have to get out there and race at some point. You know, like, don't give me Rocky 5 with Tommy.
Right.
What? Don't give me that, please.
Right.
Never. That is, yeah. But yeah, I just think it'll be really interesting if they do it. I mean, it's still in that like pre-production stage,
Right.
and so I never believe a movie's getting made until I see like on production pictures,
Right.
like when they're on set. That's when I know, like, okay, this is happening. I hope it does. I will be there for the, and I'm assuming more than likely Nicole Kidman's probably not going to be in it. Like, it probably, which is an easy explanation. She was only a 22-year-old doctor.
Yeah.
And then the last question before we get on to the competitions here. Did this movie, this is probably the most important question. Did this movie start the Tom Cruise run? And I mean the literal
Ooh,
run.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah. He runs at the end of this. Full speed run. Him and Harry race. You see what I'm saying?
So
Like, he's known.
I misunderstood the question.
Yeah, I know. Not his movie run,
I got
but like him running in
him
movies.
running in
Him
movies.
running in movies. Because think about the others. I don't remember him running in The Outsiders. I don't remember him running in Top Gun. I don't remember him running in any of those
He
others.
ran in Cocktail on the Beach.
Did he run? Like the full out Tom Cruise run?
He was chasing his woman.
He runs from Wilford Brimley in The Firm.
He does.
I don't know how Wilford kept up, but he did. But yeah, when you think about like,
I mean, he ran in all the right moves, but he was a football player. So
I would not challenge you, but I would say go back and watch the freeze frame ending of this, just the last few seconds again. The reason why I think it's the first one, terrible running form. It was not where it's at now.
I got you.
Like now, when you watch The Firm, or when you watch like especially the Mission Impossible movies,
Right.
that guy has got his like technique.
Yeah.
Where I guarantee he could be like Jason Bourne and run 5 miles without, taking a breath.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, go back and watch it because his arms are going all over the place. It looked like Phoebe and Friends. The episode where she's just running and arms are everywhere. All right.
That's hilarious.
Now we're going to the Daytona 500,
Okay.
and we're going to have some competitions.
Okay.
Favorite car in this movie? So we've got the fictional ones, not like the Earnhardt car, the STP Richard Petty, or
no, that was my competition.
Is it one of yours?
that I added?
nice.
That was the
Nice.
one I added. Yeah.
So we've got Russ Wheeler's Hardy's car,
Yep.
really cool looking car.
Yep.
We've got Rowdy's
Exxon.
Exxon car, and then we've got 3 from Cole.
I only included 2. I didn't include the Mountain City or whatever.
Oh, I'm not. That's my Seattle Sonics colors. We're- that is the green and gold. We are not leaving that one out. It's not my winner.
I left it out.
Anytime I can mention the Sonics.
I had the Superflow and Mellow Yellow car.
Yeah. The Superflow was awesome.
Superflow was
And then the Mellow Yellow car.
yes.
I know my clear winner. What's yours?
Yeah, so it's the Mellow Yellow
All day long.
because it became a real car.
And it is the coolest looking car.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I would almost dare say that it's the coolest looking NASCAR car there's ever been.
Ooh, I wouldn't go there.
Mic dropped. I'm just playing. I don't know. But it is my favorite that I've ever seen.
Yeah, so the Rainbow Warrior Jeff Gordon car, the major
Earnhart's car is awesome because of Earnhardt.
the
Yeah.
Budweiser
Good
Junior
race.
car is great, but I encourage you to go look up the Major League Baseball
Okay.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. car.
Okay.
It's probably
check
one of
that
my
out.
favorites of
All
all
right.
time
All right.
because the lettering is like the baseball leather.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
It's really cool.
That's cool. That's cool. I'll have to check that one
And
out.
then the Intimidator number 3 car is all time. And then the 43 Petty car, the powder blue car.
Yeah.
There's golly, I don't. But let's get away from that. We go back to the question.
It's Mellow Yellow for this one for me.
It's
Yeah.
the Mellow
Yeah.
Yellow car. But I will say, the Hardy's car was pretty cool.
Hardy's all 5 of these are cool. I know you don't like the green and yellow, and I had to mention it. Again, anytime I can mention the Sonics, I'll mention the Sonics. So best
somebody has to.
Yeah, somebody has. I got to keep that torch going. It's been 17 years and they're still not around. Okay, best Duvall moment in this movie, not Korea. So, hit the pace car.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, hit the pace car. Why? We've hit everything else out there. I want you to be perfect. Kicking the car.
Yeah.
When it comes back in, and what is it Buck says?
I've got it written down.
Yeah. Yeah. So Buck says something about like, we don't, in one part of the car we don't have to fix.
He said, I don't want you to be spoiled. Buck.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So he doesn't want to spoil Buck, so he kicks it.
He says, there's something we don't have to fix.
Yeah.
Goes,
yeah. So funny.
Yeah.
Eating the ice cream.
Yeah. That's
during the race.
It's a great scene.
And all those are closely related, but they're kind of separate little moments.
Yes.
Lying to him about the special tires.
Yeah.
And then trying to outrun Cole after saying he's not going to race. He just takes off. He knew he needed those extra 2 seconds. Even with the Tom Cruise not fully formed run, he needed those extra 2 seconds.
Yes.
And you may have some more, but those were my favorite Duvall moments from this movie. And then I know my winner so far, unless you change my mind.
So,
and those are all like the funny ones. That's not, I love the moments when he's talking to the car. Like those are cool.
no, those are great.
Yeah.
So you covered 2. So I had a competition for best lines in the movie.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that. Save
well,
that.
you
Save
just
that.
covered 2 of mine.
We'll get to it though. We'll get to it.
But I will say this, and it crosses both of them, is when he looks at Tom Cruise and he goes, "Now, Cole, when you shift the gear and that little pin hits the tack at 9,000 RPMs, that's bad."
Yeah. Yes, I love
He
that.
talks to him like he's a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Because he had to, because Cole had no clue about
burning up the engine,
the redneck science that they were,
Yeah.
And so that.
So we'll get to the quotes. We'll get to the quotes.
Yes.
So what's your favorite Duvall moment out of those, or did you have another one? Mine's the ice cream. When they're sitting over there eating the ice cream during the race, it's phenomenal.
I think go hit the pace car.
That's great.
It's probably my favorite.
These are all like, and again, does this not sound like the dad from 4 Christmases?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
well, it sounds like my dad.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, your dad can be the dad from 4 Christmases. You really could. All right, and I think you had a competition that I wanted to cover.
So that was
Is it quotes? Is that what it was?
So I have quotes is one of them, and I have another.
Okay.
So let's do the other first.
I'll do the other first. Okay. I'm following you. All right. Because I have a best quotes. We'll combine those. All right. Go ahead.
Best hairdo.
All right. Who do you have? Who do you have in the right?
Russ Wheeler.
Yeah. Great hair.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah. Got the curls.
Tom Cruise. And Nicole Kidman.
Oh. That's a good throw in.
Yeah.
What about so not Duvall's let me cover my
Well,
baldness with the hat.
well, so he was my
I can say
honorable.
that because I
He was
have no
my
hair.
honorable mention with
Yeah.
his mini skullet that
Yes.
he had.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He had it going on. He had it
Yes.
going on.
Yeah, he was the honorable mention on that.
So my favorite would be like as far as fitting the character and the funniest would be Russ Wheeler's.
Yes.
Like he's
Okay.
got that. You know, the only time I'll see him is in my rearview mirror thing going
Right.
on,
Yes.
and the haircut says it with it.
Yes.
But if I could have any of the head, which you know I would envy any head of hair, but Tom Cruise's like it just looks
Yes.
cool.
So what's funny is this movie is 35 years old.
Yeah,
And so these are 35-year-old haircuts.
yeah.
Okay.
Tom still holds up.
Yeah. No, it does.
Yeah,
I will say this, and I don't know if you caught this. So when they have the wreck and they're at the Daytona Hospital and they come in, when they're bringing him in, I thought the lady wheeling him in was Nicole Kidman.
okay, yeah,
Her hair is out,
Yeah.
it's curly, it's
Yeah.
poofy, and then she comes in and her hair's pulled up, and I said, "Oh wait,
yeah.
this is an error in the movie."
Ah,
And then I rewind it back. That's a different chick. She's got the same hairdo.
gotcha.
So she's got the big curly
Yeah,
hairdo,
yeah.
and
One of the only movies I remember seeing Kidman as a redhead. Like there's others,
There
but
is
it's
others.
one of the few. Most of the time she's blonde. Yeah,
yeah. So I think she was redheaded in Far and Away.
probably.
Yeah, which is an early movie. But
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, I think probably Tom Cruise hair is probably my
the
favorite.
coolest, yeah.
It is the coolest, and it's the if I'm being honest, there's probably pictures of my hair similar to that back in that time frame.
Give me the cold trickle.
Yeah, and you got the bouffant.
Yeah.
That's what I call
Yeah.
it, the bouffant.
Yeah. Well, and then they had, you know, like his hair was at its max though in Mission Impossible 2. It's
Yeah.
the worst Mission Impossible, but
Right.
that was Tom at his peak, and so he had like the cool hair, and he kept the like 5 o'clock. It
Mhm.
was more like the next day 5 o'clock shadow going the whole time. It was like, man, that's Tom.
Yeah.
It's Tom Cruise right there. That's great. So let's do best quote. Let's kind of combine it here.
Okay.
So I've got a few while you get yours
All right.
ready. Okay. I mentioned this one a second ago. Russ Wheeler's. I don't expect I'll see too much of him except in my rearview mirror.
Yes.
Love that one. I love Tim's or Randy Quaid's. If you're from California, you're not a Yankee. You're not anything. I love that one. And then the one we opened with, the actual poignant one. I'm more afraid of being nothing than I am of being hurt. What you got? You got some good ones.
So I've got so I'm gonna say we were talking. I don't know that we were live when I said this, but this movie has such a cult following.
Sure, yeah, it does.
So
the Dwight Yoakam of movies.
Paul's why I
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah,
no, sorry. So what I said. So when you have lines of the movie that affect our language that we use as quotes that we don't even attribute to the movie anymore.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm dropping the hammer.
Dropping the hammer. Great one.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Rubbing is racing.
Yes. Yes.
And this will be the PG version of it, but
Sure.
race your butt.
Yeah.
Those are all
Yeah.
quotes that people still use every day
Right.
in their common language.
Right.
And I do too. I don't even realize
Right.
I'm doing it. Just say
Right.
it,
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, those are all great.
so here are the other ones. So
Yeah.
those would be my three that I
Sure.
would say to pick from.
That
But
picked up into the ethos.
yes, but the honorable mentions are go hit the pace car. You've hit everything else out
Love it.
here.
Love
I just don't want you to get spoiled, Buck. And then already mentioned the tachometer.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite lines in the whole movie is from the commissioner when he talks about the Japanese inspection.
Oh man, yeah.
And he tells them, he's like, you guys are a perishable commodity, and we'll just tear your car down.
Like Japanese lettuce.
Japanese lettuce.
Yeah.
He said that when they're not sure about the Japanese lettuce, what they would do is they would just let it sit on the dock until it spoils. And that's what he did. So I'm going to tear your car down for 500
Right.
miles, and I'm going to black flag you. And I just thought that was a great line because I do think that happens.
Yeah.
That with
Yeah.
if those drivers are crashing each other all the time or they're
Right.
doing something suspect, the guy jumps in and says, "Hey, now
Sure.
enough's
Sure.
enough."
I'm gonna black flag you like
That's
this guy.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, enough's enough.
Yeah. So I had that. So I couldn't come up with enough, but I had one where I was going to do like Oscar moments, and that was in the Oscar moments.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
Fred Dalton Thompson, his
Yes.
speech. Yeah.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
He's
The
got
senator.
some great movies.
Oh, he was in the top 12 twice in this year. He
Yeah.
had this and Die Hard too.
He was in Die Hard 2. He was
Yeah.
in Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
He's been in, I looked at his filmography.
Yeah.
He's, very small roles, very
Right.
small things, but
It was weird for me to see him as a senator. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, it's probably like people with Ronald Reagan.
yes, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
him being the senator
Right.
in Tennessee. Yeah.
I know, but I remember it was weird because I was like, wait, that's the guy from Days of Thunder.
Mhm.
That's
Yes.
Big John, whatever it was. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so your favorite quote? What's your favorite quote out of all those?
I have to say it's not just the rubbing is racing.
Right. But the whole thing.
It's the whole thing of him explaining he
Yeah.
didn't bump you,
Right.
he didn't hit you,
Yeah.
he rubbed you.
Yeah. And rubbing is racing.
And rubbing
Yeah.
is racing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't spell families without lies. I'm
Exactly.
telling you, same guy.
Same
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to go, gosh. I mean, I think it's just the line delivery. I love the Russ Wheeler. I don't expect I'll see too much of him except in my rearview mirror. I just love the moment. It's not that I love the line.
Yeah.
I love the moment. It's very funny. Unintentionally
Yeah.
funny.
And he's so dismissive of it.
Yes.
Too. Yes.
Yes. But the right answer is rubbing is racing. That's
Yeah.
the right answer. You're right, but I'm just telling you my heart.
Yes.
All right.
Like my soon to be 6-year-old son
Sure.
has made the statement rubbing is racing. He has
That's
no
hilarious.
idea. I don't know that he's heard it from me. I don't
Yeah.
know where he heard it from.
Yeah.
But it's like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Days
That's
of Thunder.
hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. So favorite scene. The first race and all of Harry's antics that
Okay.
are in that. Like
Yes.
first racing scenes, not first race, but it just keeps showing like we've talked about it. The kicking the car, the ice cream, all the stuff, all that. His first win with the special tires. It's a separate scene.
Okay.
So can't count those together. The car rental race,
Okay.
which was based off of an actual event that happened in the 50s. Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to mention this. The wheelchair race.
So those are my two favorite. You
Yeah.
just mentioned them back.
Yeah.
But keep going.
When Cole hits Russ's car and
Oh, yeah.
and gets them all fired.
Change my tires.
Yeah, change my tires. It gets them all fired.
Mhm.
And then Big John's Japanese inspection scene. Fred Dalton.
Yes. It's great.
Yeah. And then the final race. I mean, the final race is a ton of fun, and it's very that Top Gun-esque, like overcoming his fear through that smoke.
Mhm.
Like he goes through that smoke and then all of a sudden he's ready to race. He's ready to drop the hammer.
Yeah.
But out of all those, and you may have one you want to add, what's your favorite scene? I know my answer.
No. So it's probably the wheelchair race.
Sure.
And
Great. Hilarious.
And I was watching it last night, and could you imagine being in the hospital as an orderly nurse?
Yeah.
You're going down the hallway and you're just pushing these guys, and all of a sudden he's like, I don't want to be next to this guy.
Yeah.
And he pushes
Yeah.
off, and then the other guy pushes, and then they're
Yeah.
fighting all the way through, both with brain injuries.
Yeah.
And so I stopped it and rewound it, and went back and was looking at their faces. Their faces are hilarious and authentic. It's because they're two little boys that have to compete no matter what.
Sure. And what does she call? She calls them infantile egomaniacs or something like
yes,
that. Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
Talking about Nicole Kidman's character.
Yes.
She calls them that at some point. I'm not going
Right.
to watch 40 others go around her circle.
Yeah, so that's probably that, and the rental car scene is my favorite. But with the rental car scene, what is my favorite part is not the actual of them banging all the way to the
Mhm,
restaurant. It's when they get to the restaurant and they cover for each other.
Oh, it was the that was the game recognizes game, and now I respect you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because then just a little bit later he goes out to his farmhouse. Awesome farmhouse, by the way.
Yes.
Like I'm like, man, I want to live there.
Right.
The place is awesome.
Yes.
But yeah. My favorite is so your favorite. You're going with the wheelchair and car rental.
Yes.
I'll let you combine them.
Okay.
Uh,
They're kind of the same scene.
you're a guest, and I appreciate you being here. So I'll let you have 1.5 there. And the wheelchair race is so short. I'll let you have the 1.5.
Yes.
But I couldn't go the whole podcast without mentioning the wheelchair race.
Well, they're continuous scenes.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. I have to go with just the first racing and all of Harry's stuff. Like,
It's great.
I know we've mentioned it a lot, but it can't be beat. Like, those are the most entertaining moments of the movie for me.
Yes.
When it's playing the song fits the scene so perfectly.
It does.
And just the whole thing, I'm like, I could watch this again and again on YouTube. Like, this is fantastic.
What is the name of that song?
Um,
I mean, I could sing it for you. You don't-
So Glad You Made It.
I think that is.
I think it's So
maybe
Glad
the
You
name.
Made It. I had to sing it in my head for a second. Yeah.
To figure out
Yeah.
what the name of the song is. Yeah.
You've got to give me some
to me, baby.
something like that. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
First,
for that.
yeah.
Apologize.
No, I appreciate that.
I was not
hilarious.
apologizing to you.
Yeah.
To everybody listening.
I'm just glad you saw it so everybody gets to hear it now. That's why I appreciate it. All right. Best Tom Cruise love interest. All right. We've got Penny in Top Gun 2, played by Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah.
We've got Charlie. That was her name in Top Gun. I have it written down here. In Top Gun, the first one,
Kelly.
played by Kelly McGillis.
Yeah.
Claire in this,
Yep.
or Dorothy in Jerry Maguire.
Ooh. I feel like you're leaving a bunch off.
Oh, there's a ton we're leaving off, but also if you think about the last 15, 20 years, he hasn't done any movies where he has love interest. Like, it's all action movies.
Actually, I want to throw in an honorable mention.
Go. Yeah.
And it's still Nicole Kidman.
You're going far and away.
Far and away.
You're,
Yes.
You're lobbying for this far and away podcast.
It's one of my favorites.
I know.
And it's because of Ron Howard. He's such
Right.
a good
Oh, he's
director.
one of the best.
And it's one of those movies that's 3 hours long, and it really only needed to be an hour and 50 minutes long. And
Well, Ron Howard's done what he's done. I mean, we won't list out, but The Grinch, obviously,
Oh, yeah.
Cinderella Man,
Yes.
Apollo 13. He did the Da Vinci, but I don't watch those movies. Da Vinci Code or whatever
Yeah.
they were.
I was gonna say, he's done several Tom Hanks.
Yeah. He's done a lot with Tom Hanks, but so many and far and away. I mean, he's just
Yes.
all the time. And Opie, he's Opie and Richie. How do you not like Ron Howard? But yeah. So I'm going with, for this one, I'm going with Dorothy and Jerry Maguire, Renee Zellweger.
Yeah, that's hard to beat.
Like, that's the you complete me. You had me at hello.
Yes.
All that. Like, they have the lines. Like, you want to talk about iconic lines.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now that one has to be Vid Angel also.
All those.
Yeah.
have to be.
Yeah, they do.
I would agree with that for sure.
Yeah. No, it's just, and it's probably one of the only times besides Nicole Kidman where I actually thought Tom Cruise had good chemistry with his female counterpoint.
Yes, I agree.
And that's why it was actually hard to come up with different ones. I'm like, most of the time they don't actually go well together. All right. So I think you had one more competition, and then we've got like two more, I believe, and then we'll get to some Mount Rushmore.
Well, that was it. That
was yours. Okay.
That
cool.
was all of mine.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Yes.
Best racer name. We've got Cole Trickle. We've got Russ Wheeler. I mean, when they're writing these, do you think they actually thought like, oh, we've got it here. We've got it here. Write down the name Rowdy Burns. Rowdy Burns. That sounds believable. Yeah.
Well,
Like, this sounds like country singers that change their name to be country. Like Garth Brooks, like his name is something else. But
so I'm all.
it's Garth Brooks, but it's something different than Garth Brooks. Like, there's like a Terrence, I can't remember what it was.
Well, no, what I was going to say is, so you got to keep in mind that in the Charlotte
Yeah.
racing, so Ralph Earnhardt
Yeah.
is Dale's father.
Okay.
I don't want to say this.
But Dale Earnhardt doesn't sound like Rowdy
No.
Burns.
No, but I'm almost certain that Ralph Earnhardt's name was Rowdy Ralph Earnhardt.
That's funny.
And so he was a depiction. I don't.
But who doesn't get that the last name Burns? Like, you got the
Yeah.
cool last name Rowdy Burns.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's great.
Russ Wheeler.
Yeah.
You know, like let's hit the nail on the head. Russ Wheeler.
Well, what is interesting is that they gave him Cole Trickle, where there's another driver last name Trickle who they
Troyal Garth Brooks. That's his name. Troyal. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, Troyal. Troyal. I had to look it up. It was bothering me. Yeah.
really.
Yeah. So his name is Garth Brooks, but it's Troyal Garth Brooks. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What I was saying was,
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but when they're doing the interviews with the real NASCAR drivers,
Yeah.
Dick Trickle is one of them.
Oh, was he?
That
Okay.
That they
Okay.
interviewed.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
And it was like, Y'all missed a great opportunity to make them related if
Sure.
you were going to give them the
Sure.
same last
Right.
name. You
Right.
know, but
Yeah, so we got Cole Trickle, Russ Wheeler, Rowdy Burns, Buck Bretherton. He
Okay.
wasn't a racer yet
yeah.
because later he only becomes Cal Naughton, the Magic Man. So, so which one are you going with? Best racer name? Like if you were hiring these guys, they had their resumes are the same. You own the two used car dealerships, and you're picking one of these racers, and you're saying based off name alone, this is my winner.
So I know you're not going to pick this one, so I'm going to pick it.
Here, go ahead.
I think it's Buck Brotherton.
That's a great one. I mean, that sounds like a and what about his dad's name was Buddy?
Yes.
Yeah, Buddy and Buck. Like, how confusing is that?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I have to go with Rowdy Burns.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, it sounds like a wrestler name.
It does.
Could be a baseball player from the '80s.
Yeah, Roddy Piper.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it has everything going for it. All right. So this is a section of the podcast where I am completely unqualified for. Completely unqualified for.
Okay.
So this is where I'm going to let you cook the meal, and I'm just going to kind of add some color.
Okay.
Add some color analyst to it. So this is the Robert Duvall Mount Rushmore. I was going to participate, but then I started looking at his filmography, and I was like, I can't feel good about going in on this. You know, like I just don't feel like I'm qualified or educated and seen enough of his movies to give a good top 4 with 5 or 6 kind of on the outside. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
What are your outside looking in movies? Those are the ones I want to hear first.
So I'm totally going to get crushed for this.
Sure.
I'm just going to.
This is your list.
It's my list.
Yeah, it's your list. It's your favorites.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's all that matters.
So am I giving you the list or the honorable mentions first?
Let's go honorable mentions first.
So Gods and Generals.
Okay. Great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was great in it.
He was great in
Yeah.
that. So I thought he was great in Gone in 60 Seconds. Like he's that same guy.
Yeah, this is your list.
Well, no.
I'm playing. Yeah.
He's that same. He's the same smart aleck
he
guy.
is. He is.
Like
he plays it well.
He does.
Plays it very well.
He does.
The Nicolas Cage, Angelina Jolie classic.
Yes. So these are just the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I have to scroll through this.
Sure. It's a big list. Yeah.
So many good ones.
Yeah.
So one of my favorites, and this is an honorable
Mhm.
mention too, is the John Travolta Phenomenon.
That was a good movie.
And he was great. He
The
was
feel-good movie of '96.
He was the old doctor in it.
Yeah.
And so that was a great one. And then and there's so many other good ones I'm going to totally leave off. But he was in Bullet, Steve McQueen.
Was he really?
Yeah.
See, and that's where I feel underqualified.
Yes.
You know.
He was also in Clint Eastwood's Joe Kidd.
See, I've never seen that.
Oh, those are all great.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, like, I felt unqualified, so that's why I'm just going to walk along with it.
I will throw one last honorable mention. He was in Thank You for Not Smoking.
Okay. No, Thank You for Smoking.
Or For Smoking.
Yeah, Thank You for Smoking. Yeah, because it was a weird title. Yeah,
Yes.
I remember that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
So those are that. So
Those are the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Godfathers.
Has to be.
Has to be. Right?
Like it was in, so I have a top 4. I just didn't have like a 10 or 12. Yeah.
Yeah. So, The Natural.
Yeah.
His character is so great in that.
Mm-hmm.
Secondhand Lions.
Love that movie. Him and Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golly, I'm going to leave off so many of them.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I'm looking at 3 right now.
Yeah. And then Lonesome Dove. And
I knew that had to be in there.
Yeah, that's in there. Now, Open Range was so great.
That's what I was going to say. You're leaving out Open Range.
Yeah.
You're leaving out Apocalypse Now.
4 Christmases, Days
Four
of Thunder.
Christmases. Yeah. Actually, so my 4, just to let you know my 4.
Yeah.
I just felt underqualified to do all the rest. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So my 4 was Godfather, Apocalypse Now, 4 Christmases, and what was the last one? Days of Thunder. This. Yeah.
Yeah, and Apocalypse Now. Like, no, it's an impossible list.
It is. He's got so much good stuff to his.
John Q was so good.
Yeah.
So there is. There's so many good ones.
Yeah, I mean, he has just an incredible
the
filmography. Oh, The Judge was a ton of fun. The Robert Downey, that was like from 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Him and Downey
Yeah.
Jr. Yeah.
Colors.
You're forgetting one of your favorites you've mentioned to me, the Apostle.
I know the Apostle is on
Yeah,
there. I'm
yeah,
looking at it right
yeah,
now. Yeah,
yeah.
it's there's
Yeah, he's got so many good ones. So many good ones. Well, any final Days of Thunder thoughts that you have? Because if everything goes as scheduled, this will be the final pod of 2025, and so that's kind of exciting.
so I will say this about this movie.
Yeah,
So I don't know if you I was thinking about the cutting edge stuff that they did in this movie that
Sure.
other movies copycatted.
sure.
I don't know if you've thought about any
No,
of that.
no, I haven't.
So this is one of the first movies that actually used the actual people of the real sport. They actually qualified their cars in actual races at Daytona to get their scenes. So this is one of the first movies where they used the real people in the real
Yeah,
sport to
yeah.
come together
That's cool.
to get
Yeah.
their shots, to
Yeah.
get their cars in,
Yeah.
and so they did that. There's a lot of other movies that started doing that after, but this is one
Yeah.
of the first ones to do it.
And Burt Reynolds actually did one of the announcements for one of the races. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
I don't remember which one.
Right.
I read through that, but I didn't note it.
Right.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
so,
it just came back to me.
and so it's
saying
funny you mentioned Burt Reynolds. I was going to say, so the movie Stroker Ace,
it. Okay.
they was really the first one to do it, and
Yeah.
it was NASCAR,
Yeah.
but they didn't do it the same way. They didn't use the real footage
Sure.
like they did.
Sure.
So that but anyway, here's another scene. The intimate scene with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. Where
Sure. The
he's
drafting.
He's
Yeah.
using the drafting with
Yeah.
the little packets.
Yeah.
Do you know what movie copied that scene? Armageddon.
Oh, with the animal crackers.
With the animal crackers. It's very,
That's funny.
ripped
I didn't
off
think about that.
from that.
That's
Very
funny.
similar scene.
That's funny. So a funny thing about that, the first filter that I set cut out that whole scene.
So you didn't even see
I
it?
saw
Yeah.
none of that.
Yeah.
And I actually remembered. I was like, I thought there was something he told her about drafting.
Yes.
And so then I saw it the second time, and then I changed the filter back. I was like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Yeah,
But-
but I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But what is interesting is, movies are a lot like music. It's the same stuff,
Sure.
copied, rinse and
Sure.
repeat and
Sure.
stuff. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of those scenes. There was one more. And I said it early on, but it's worth repeating. So they really talk about the dangers of the sport.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you could have watched this movie and it could have gave a bad reflection of NASCAR. It
Sure.
coulda gave-
Concussion protocol wasn't looking good.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
so one of the things that happened after this movie is they had the Hans program, the head and neck restraints.
Okay. Okay.
And it was the thing Dale Earnhardt was not wearing
Yeah.
that he was supposed to be wearing.
Yeah.
That came after this movie. So it made awareness of that. And a lot of the other movies and stuff weren't they were given off like a very sterile version of just for their storyline.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
they kind of went into it a little bit more. And so
Yeah. They hit it pretty good.
yeah, they set some precedents in
Yeah.
how they did the movie and some of the scenes they did. And I know when I'm driving down the road and I'm leaving here, I'm gonna see or think about some of the other ones that
Oh,
I
sure.
left off.
Sure.
But
Like I said, every movie I've done, there's
Yeah.
been like at least one or two things I thought of right when I hit stop.
right.
Right when I hit stop.
Mhm.
But thank you for doing this movie with me. This
fun.
was a ton of fun. Fun movie. It's one that you don't have to take too seriously. You just watch it and enjoy it for what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely got some cheese to it, but that's okay.
Yes.
Like it's just a fun movie.
Yeah. And I do like the fact how they based a lot of these characters off of other people.
Yeah.
We didn't really
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah.
But Russ Wheeler's character was based off of Rusty Wallace.
Oh, was he really?
That's
Yeah.
a big reaching
Yeah.
name, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then
That's funny.
Cole Trickle's character was based off a couple of drivers that were
Mhm.
mixed together.
hmm
And
Well, I think Kyle Petty based himself off of Colt Trickle. He's like, look at this hair.
Probably
Check
right.
out this dude.
well, what's interesting is they talked about
Kyle Petty was actually a combo of Colt Trickle and
Yes.
Dr. Claire Lewicki with the hair.
Yes, he was. Well, one of the things is I picked up on it. They didn't really say it, but Cole Treckle's character was Jeff Gordon came from open wheel,
Mm-hmm.
and he killed an open wheel, and he took that mentality and he became that. But one of the drivers, Tim Richmond, who was in Stroker Ace, who's got his own story, and you can look him up, but he was real flashy.
Yeah.
He was that guy that every time you looked, he always had a mob of women around him and stuff. So that was based off of him. But Jeff Bodine was, and I don't know if you know who that is. And if you go watch anything about, and I'll leave it with this, they call him Bodine. It's not how you say his name. It's Bodine.
No.
But him and Earnhardt went at each other so much that they got in trouble and they got set down and they got the talking to about the Japanese.
Funny. Just like in this, yeah.
So it's interesting, and obviously we said that Rowdy Burns is based off of Earnhardt loosely, but it's real interesting. Back in the day, this was like a time capsule of capturing these personalities and the kind of personalities it required to do this line of work. I don't watch NASCAR no more, but I don't know if these personalities even exist anymore.
I would guess that they do. You still have to have that edge
to some degree.
Yeah, you still have to have that.
But there's a lot of different technology they use now, and it's not the same.
Yeah, baseball uses iPads, but they still have to go out there with that. Yeah.
I agree, but what I'm saying by the technology is a lot of these guys, if you wasn't cheating, you wasn't trying.
Yeah.
And listen to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s podcast. He's got all those old guys, and they talk about all the ways they cheated and got away with it. You're not getting away with nothing now. So, but anyway,
No, that's
thank you for letting me do it.
This was fun. This was a ton of fun. So you can email me at themoviepick@aol.com with any suggestions, any recommendations. We definitely take movie recommendations to heart. So like, the other day I was requested a couple of movies that one of them was already on the docket. The other one may get bumped up quicker. So if you email me, that probably gets it bumped up quicker if it's a movie I can do. But thank you. And Beav, thank you for joining me. Had fun.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to bump us up in the algorithms. You can send my dad any suggestions of movies you'd like for him to cover at themoviepick@aol.com. Thank you for listening.